Hello, Frugal fans. Once again, this is Captain Frugal, and I'm reviewing my stash to save you cash. And today I'll be reviewing Miss Marvel, issue number 1. Alright, Frugal fans, let's dive in and talk about this. Issue 1 of Miss Marvel can be purchased in the trade paperback. It can be purchased digitally as a download or in the back issue bins. Yes, you can find it in back issue bins. Be careful, there's a lot of hype about this book, about multiple printings because it sold out. But to be truthful, the book did not have high numbers of printings. That's why it had a very low number of prints for them, though it sold well. But it wasn't as big as it was hyped, so you can still actually find issues in the back issue bin. I've actually went to 3 different comic shops and found back issues of this in all 3 of them. So don't get suckered into a super high price. You can still find these. All right, so diving into the book itself, the writer is G. Willow Wilson, and the artist is Adrian Alfono. Both are very highly regarded. So let's look at the issue itself. Okay, this book starts off at a small convenience store with the book's protagonist, Kamala. Yes, Kamala Khan. This notice is not Carol Danvers, the Miss Marvel that you're used to. This is a new character created for this new series. All right, so Kamala is smelling bacon in the store because she can't have it based on her faith. Clearly, in the very first page, the writer wants to establish the character's belief system, and Miss Wilson did a very good job with that. Kamala also has the Miss Marvel symbol on her jacket as well, showing that, and as we'll progress on these reviews and things, you'll see that she has a deep care for superheroes. She's very interested in that. All right, so while they're there at the convenience store, the clerk notices somebody coming in and calls him a concerned troll, which her name is Zoe Zimmer. We'll see her later. She comes in, and of course, it's a white female and a male, and they're portrayed as rude and stupid with no understanding of others' culture, which is sort of sad. You know, the very first introduction of white people in this for a book for diversity makes white people look stupid. So, but maybe these people are. So when they leave, Kamala's friend Nakia says that they're only being nice to them, to be mean, because they're really not nice people. So this seems like in my opinion, a crappy way to start a book by labeling white people as mean idiots. But we'll see how the rest of the book progresses. Maybe it's just a one-time thing, and those characters are. Kamala thinks they're nice. But Nakia says she is not allowed to defend her and mentions her irritation with Kamala's Avengers obsession. That leads me to believe that Kamala may be a good character to bridge that culture gap if done right. We next cut to Kamala checking out the upvotes on her Avengers fan fiction work. So she writes Avengers fan fiction, and she's checking to see the positive reaction to that. Her mother interrupts her to have her come down for dinner with her family. Now we get to see her father and her brother as well. We get to see some family discussion and some debate on faith and employment. And Kamala asks to go to a party, and we find out Kamala is 16 here. And her father tells her no and sends her to her room. So here we get a nice introduction to her family and find out more about the character as well as her age. While in her room, Kamala struggles with the regular teen issues, such as doing things their way, and expresses these issues with her religion that she has, such as holidays and how it makes it hard for her to feel normal. Kamala then decides to go into the party anyway and sneaks out the window. So then we cut to the party where she runs into Zoe, yes, that dumb white girl, if you recall, who greets her. Zoe's friend, or boyfriend, we find out, Josh, offers Kamala a drink. Kamala asks if it has alcohol, and he says and tells her, Josh tells her it's just orange juice. But right after she takes a drink, he says, oh, and some vodka. So this may be the jerk Flash Thompson type of character in this book. Her friend Bruno, the store clerk we talked about from the very beginning on page 1, if you will, in the book, as early in the review, talks to her and tries to get her to go home because he's at the party too, and she walked off because of that situation. Kamala does not take being told that she should go home well and storms off out of the party. Well, while Kamala is walking, we see there's a gas going through the city, and it's in through the party. While Kamala is away from the party walking, she feels funny, and she thinks she may be drunk. Remember, from one sip, but, she's not a drinker. But we all know that the gas is the cause. And if you're not familiar, this is Terrigen Mist. Okay, that's going to be the root of that, because remember, Marvel's big push for the Inhumans. And so this gas is around, and it causes her to pass out. While being passed out, and Kamala gets a hallucination, and she sees Avengers, and they seem to be speaking a different language. Captain Marvel tells Kamala that their faith, and they're speaking of all languages of beauty and hardship. Kamala then addresses her issues with her faith and beliefs and reveals that she wants to be like Captain Marvel. Now, she is told that she will get a reboot, but it's not going to turn out like she would think. Sort of funny using the term reboot, because there's a rebooted title with a different character. So it's interesting. All right, so then Kamala wakes up in a cocoon of sorts, breaks out, as in the past Miss Marvel costume she's in and out, like Carol Danvers used to use, before she changed into Captain Marvel. So she breaks out into a Miss Marvel costume, which was the precursor to the Captain Marvel costume, which is the end of issue 1. All right, now remember, this book received a lot of praise, but I'm going to be completely 100%, in my view, honest, okay? The pros. Kamala is a very interesting character, I believe. She does not seem to have an anti-white people mentality, which would have been a terrible thing to start a book. I hate when a book starts with a message like, all blame one group for something, especially if it's supposed to bridge the gap and have diversity. So I think that was a good start. Instead, it focuses on her struggling to fit in, and you can see that she really wants to, which makes you like the character. The book has a good way of introducing her family and friends naturally as well. So it's done in a very natural, organic way to let you know about them as well as her. You can see her inspiration as well, and who she looks up to, which is the Avengers and, Captain Marvel. And the art is decent in this book, but I will say, a lot of people maybe like that art style. I just found it was decent at best. I didn't find anything special. Now, a lot of people stop right there because they want to promote and get advertisements, but once again, as I said on our website and our videos, we are 100% honest. This book does have some cons too. In today's world, it seems like we can't have characters of Christian faith anymore without causing a stir. Or if they do, it gets greatly downplayed. But this book is blatant about faith, and that's considered socially okay. It sort of seems like a double standard. But it's an interesting and brave thing to do. I wish more comics maybe would be not afraid to put in some religious things, as long as they don't make it ham-fisted and throw it in our face. Now, the next con. Do all white people have to be portrayed poorly? So far in the very first book, every white person portrayed were portrayed as mean idiots. I hope that trend does not continue. Hopefully, we'll see other characters next issue that are not portrayed as ignorant and mean. Once again, how can you have a diverse book when it's, downplaying, and going down on people for that kind of thing? It should be a truly diverse book. Not all white people are idiots about minorities. And next, the cocoon thing seems a little lame, but, we'll see that play out more. And the gas that gave her power, it was a Terrigen Mist. Hopefully, we'll find out more next issue, and yes, we do. All right, so overall grade for this issue is a C+. So far, I think this book has good potential, but I will say I think it was very overhyped so far. It's good, but there's some areas that could be improved and be a little more organic. Thank you again for watching my reviews, Frugal Force. And if you don't mind, please hit like and subscribe and help me support this. And you can check out more reviews at thehenchmanslounge.com. That's again, it's thehenchmanslounge.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Captain Frugal. Until next time, keep it frugal.